There comes a moment in every person's life when comfort stops working. You can distract yourself with entertainment. You can numb yourself with pleasure. You can pretend everything is fine. But eventually life arrives with force. Loss, rejection, failure, betrayal, uncertainty, pain. And when that moment comes, most people discover a terrifying truth. They are mentally weak. Not because they are stupid. Not because they are lazy. But because they built their minds on comfort instead of discipline, emotion instead of reason, reaction instead of mastery. The ancient Stoics understood this thousands of years ago. They knew that life would never become easy. So instead of trying to control the world, they trained themselves to control their response to it. They became calm in chaos, strong in suffering, clear in confusion, unshaken in storms. Today, that wisdom is more necessary than ever. Because modern life rewards weakness. It rewards distraction. It rewards emotional impulsiveness. It rewards victimhood. It rewards dependency. And the result is millions of people who collapse under pressure the moment life gets hard. But not you. Because today, you are about to learn 8 brutal Stoic laws that can rewire your mind and make you mentally unbreakable. These laws are not soft motivation. They are not comforting lies. They are not easy. They are brutal because they demand responsibility. They demand sacrifice. They demand truth. But if you apply them, your mind will become stronger than circumstances. Let's begin. Law 1. The world owes you nothing. This is the first and most brutal Stoic truth. The world owes you nothing. Not fairness. Not success. Not love. Not opportunity. Not recognition. Many people suffer not because life is cruel, but because their expectations are childish. They believe, I worked hard, so I deserve success. I'm a good person, so nothing bad should happen to me. I gave love, so I must receive loyalty. But reality does not operate on entitlement. Good people get betrayed. Hard workers get ignored. Talented people fail. Kind hearts get broken. The Stoics accepted this without bitterness. They understood that suffering multiplies when reality clashes with expectation. So remove the expectation. Instead of saying life should be fair, say, life is unpredictable. Instead of saying I deserve more, say, I must build more. Instead of saying why me, say, why not me? When you stop expecting the world to serve you, you stop becoming emotionally dependent on outcomes. Then disappointment loses power over you. And that is freedom. Law 2. Your emotions are not commands. Modern culture tells people to follow your feelings. The Stoics would call that dangerous nonsense. Feelings are signals. They are not orders. You may feel lazy. That does not mean rest is wise. You may feel angry. That does not mean attack is wise. You may feel insecure. That does not mean quitting is wise. You may feel afraid. That does not mean danger is real. Most people are controlled by temporary emotions. They speak in anger, spend in sadness, quit in fear, self-destruct in loneliness. Then they call it authenticity. But reacting blindly is not authenticity. It is slavery. The Stoic trains one powerful pause between feeling and action. That pause changes everything. You feel rage, pause. You feel anxiety, pause. You feel temptation, pause. Inside that pause lies reason. Ask, is this emotion telling the truth? Will acting on this help me tomorrow? Would a stronger version of me obey this feeling? The person who cannot control emotion becomes controlled by life. The person who can observe emotion without obeying it becomes dangerous in the best possible way. Master the pause. Law 3. Pain is a trainer, not an enemy. Most people run from pain. The Stoics walked toward it. Not because they loved suffering, but because they understood pain often carries growth. Physical pain teaches limits. Failure teaches humility. Rejection teaches independence. Loneliness teaches self-reliance. Loss teaches gratitude. Hardship teaches strength. Every person wants resilience. Few want the process that creates it. There is no courage without fear. No discipline without discomfort. No wisdom without mistakes. No toughness without trials. If you curse every painful season, you may be cursing the very thing that was meant to transform you. Ask yourself, what if this struggle is training me? What if this heartbreak is refining me? What if this setback is redirecting me? Pain becomes unbearable when it feels meaningless. Give it meaning. Use it. Let suffering sharpen you instead of shatter you. Law 4. You become what you repeat. Identity is not built by declarations. It is built by repetition. You do not become strong because you say affirmations. You become strong because you repeatedly do hard things. You do not become confident by hoping. You become confident by repeatedly keeping promises to yourself. You do not become disciplined in one dramatic moment. You become disciplined through daily acts of order. The Stoics' new character is habit. Every repeated action casts a vote for the person you become. Every day you procrastinate, you train weakness. Every day you complain, you train helplessness. Every day you lie, you train cowardice. Every day you avoid discomfort, you train fragility. But the opposite is also true. Every day you wake up on time, you train discipline. Every day you finish what you start, you train reliability. Every day you stay calm under pressure, you train strength. Every day you act with integrity, you train honor. You are always practicing something. The question is, what are you rehearsing? Your future personality is hiding inside your daily routine. Change the repetitions. Change the self. Law 5. If you need praise, you are weak. This law is brutal because most people secretly live for approval. They want applause for effort, validation for choices, recognition for sacrifice, attention for pain. And when it doesn't come, they feel empty. That means their self-worth lives in other people's hands. The Stoics rejected this entirely. They knew public opinion is unstable, shallow, and often irrational. The crowd praises today and mocks tomorrow. If strangers can define your value, strangers can destroy your peace. Learn to do good unseen. Work hard with no applause. Improve in silence. Heal privately. Build quietly. Let your standards matter more than their opinions. Ask yourself, would I still do this if nobody noticed? If the answer is no, then ego is driving. Real power begins when external praise becomes irrelevant. Because once you no longer need permission to feel worthy, you become impossible to manipulate. Law 6. Death is coming, use it. Most people avoid thinking about death. The Stoics used it as fuel. They practiced memento mori, remember you will die. Not to become depressed. To become awake. Because death destroys illusions. It reminds you. You do not have endless time. Petty drama is meaningless. Excuses are expensive. Delay is dangerous. Love should be expressed now. Work should begin now. Courage should happen now. One day you will run out of tomorrows. That is not tragedy. Wasting today is tragedy. Think of how many people postpone life. I'll start later. I'll forgive later. I'll travel later. I'll become myself later. Later is a seductive liar. The Stoic asks, if this were my final year, what would matter? If this were my final month, what would I stop tolerating? If this were my final day, who would I call? Death clarifies priorities faster than motivation ever will. Use mortality as a compass. It will make you brave. Law 7. No one is coming to save you. This may be the harshest law of all. No one is coming. No perfect mentor. No magical opportunity. No rescue relationship. No sudden motivation. No government, boss, friend, or stranger who can live your life for you. Support may come. Help may come. But responsibility remains yours. Many people waste years waiting. Waiting to feel ready. Waiting for confidence. Waiting for permission. Waiting for ideal conditions. Meanwhile, life moves. The Stoics believed personal agency is sacred. Even in terrible circumstances, some power remains. Your choices. Your attitude. Your discipline. Your integrity. Your next move. That is enough to begin. Stop asking who will save you. Ask what you can do today. Read one page. Make one call. Apply once more. Train today. Speak honestly. Take the first uncomfortable step. Momentum rescues more people than miracles. Become your own reinforcement. Law 8. Losing everything can reveal everything. People fear loss because they confuse possessions with identity. Lose money and they feel worthless. Lose status and they feel invisible. Lose a relationship and they feel incomplete. Lose comfort and they feel broken. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort to destroy this illusion. They would simplify meals, sleep modestly, wear plain clothes, and imagine losing comforts. Why? So they could prove to themselves, I can survive without what I cling to. This is enormous power. Because attachment creates fear. When you believe you need something to be okay, you become weak around it. Need praise? You become obedient. Need money? You become compromised. Need one person? You become desperate. Need comfort? You become soft. But when you know you can survive loss, fear loses leverage. Sometimes losing what you wanted reveals who you are. Sometimes losing comfort reveals capability. Sometimes losing people reveals self-respect. Sometimes losing certainty reveals faith. What can be taken from you is not you. Remember that. How to apply these 8 laws daily. Knowledge without practice changes nothing. So here is how to live these laws every day. Morning routine. Before checking your phone, ask, what is in my control today? What discomfort will I face willingly? What virtue will I practice? Choose one. Patience. Discipline. Courage. Honesty. Calmness. Then move. During stress. When chaos appears. Pause. Breathe. Separate facts from emotion. Respond instead of react. During pain. Ask, what is this teaching me? During praise or criticism. Ask, does this change who I am? At night. Review the day. Where was I weak? Where was I strong? What will I improve tomorrow? This daily reflection was a core Stoic practice. Used consistently, it rewires the mind. Why most people will never do this? Because these laws are simple, but not easy. People want motivation without discipline, confidence without risk, peace without sacrifice, strength without pain, wisdom without reflection. They want the reward while rejecting the forge. But mental toughness is not purchased. It is earned in invisible moments. When you stay calm instead of exploding. When you work while uninspired. When you keep going while doubting. When you tell truth while afraid. When you endure loss without collapsing. When you stand alone without begging approval. Those moments look small. They are not. They are the architecture of character. The Stoic mindset in modern chaos. Today's world profits from your weakness. Apps profit from distraction. Brands profit from insecurity. Politics profits from outrage. Entertainment profits from escapism. A calm, disciplined, self-directed person is hard to manipulate. That is why Stoicism matters now. If you can sit alone without panic, you are dangerous. If you can hear criticism without collapsing, you are dangerous. If you can delay pleasure for purpose, you are dangerous. If you can endure hardship without victimhood, you are dangerous. If you can think clearly while others react emotionally, you are dangerous. Not dangerous to people. Dangerous to systems that depend on your weakness. Final message. Read these laws again. 1. The world owes you nothing. 2. Your emotions are not commands. 3. Pain is a trainer, not an enemy. 4. You become what you repeat. 5. If you need praise, you are weak. 6. Death is coming, use it. 7. No one is coming to save you. 8. Losing everything can reveal everything. These are brutal truths. But truth is kinder than illusion. Illusion comforts you briefly, then betrays you later. Truth may sting now, but it sets you free. If you apply these principles, life will still challenge you. You will still feel pain. You will still lose things. You will still face fear. But you will no longer be fragile. Storms will come. And instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you will ask, "What does this demand from me?" That is the mindset of someone mentally unbreakable. And once you become that person, very little in this world can defeat you. OUTRO. If this message helped you, remember: strength is built daily. Peace is practiced daily. Discipline is chosen daily. Watch this again when life gets heavy. Because the mind you train today will protect you tomorrow.